Pause and Practice Activity Excel 3-3. Make sure you're on the P&L tab. We're going to then select some data to build a chart from. So we'll select A4 through A9, hold the Control key, and select E4 through E9. We're going to insert a pie chart, so go to the Insert tab, select the Charts group, and we'll choose Recommended Charts. And it has a few here. One of these is the pie chart, so I'll select that and click OK. And this will insert a pie chart into our sheet. I'm going to go ahead and move this to its own sheet. So make sure that we're on the Chart Design tab. We're going to click the Move Chart option. We'll create a new chart in a new sheet, and we'll call this Pie Chart. Click OK. Make sure that the chart is selected, then select the Total text box. I'll actually go up to the Formula tab this time, and we're going to call this Rental Revenue. Press the Alt and Enter to place a line feed, and then we'll put June through August. And press the Enter key. We're going to go ahead and change the size of the first line in here. So we'll choose here, I'll go to the Home tab. I'm going to change this to 24. So I'll select 24. And let's also choose the second line to slightly smaller. And we'll make that 18. We'll next do what is known as a pie explosion, where we're going to pull a piece of the pie chart away from the main pie to make it more visible. So here we're going to make sure that we've got the pie itself selected, and then double click on this. And we're going to do within the Format Data Point tab. Choose a point explosion, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to click the Indiana tab, this larger one here, and then we'll change this point explosion to 10%. Press Enter, and it pulls the pie shape out for us. We can also just click on a pie shape, hold the left mouse button down, and pull it out away as well. Now I'm going to change the size of the font of the legend here at the bottom of the chart. So I'll click on that, go to the Home tab, and we'll change the font size here to 14. Let's move back to the P&L sheet. And it says we're going to check A4 through A9. We still have those selected. So I'm going to go up to the Insert tab, click on Recommended Charts, and then I'm going to choose the Filled Map. So this is the filled map here. I'll click OK. If you get this message to come up, just go ahead and press the Accept. I'm going to go ahead and just make this a little larger, so I'll move it. Make this fit on our sheet a little bit better. Move up to the Format tab. Move over to the current selection group. And we're going to choose Series Total. Click on the Format Selection button and click the Series options. Go to the Map area and choose only regions with data. Next, go to the Series Color, expand that out, and we'll click the Fill arrow over here on the right. And we're going to choose a different color here. And we'll close the Format Data Series pane. Choose the chart if it's not selected. Click the Chart Elements item. Choose the chart title, and we'll go ahead and change the name of the chart title. Next, we want to make sure that the chart itself is selected. And as before, we can do this by going up to the Format tab under Current Selection, making sure the chart area is selected. Next, move over to the Shape Styles group. Choose the Shape Outline, and let's just make it a different black color. And then we'll do the Shape Fill, and we'll change this to a light gray color. Let's go ahead and move to the Concierge Fees tab. We need to see more of the data, so we're going to change the zoom. Go ahead in the bottom right corner of the sheet and you'll see a 100% option. You can choose the minus over here to the left of that to make this smaller until we can see the majority of this sheet. Let me make it even smaller here. There we go. We'll use the name box to select the data that we want to use. So we're going to go ahead and type A5 through D64, and we'll press enter. We'll next go to the Insert tab, and we'll go to the Charts Options group. We'll choose the Hierarchies button, which is here. Do the down arrow next to this, choose Sunburst. We'll now move this to its own sheet. So choose the Sunburst chart, click Move Chart. We'll go to a new sheet, and we'll type Sunburst. Click OK. Let's go and make sure you have the chart selected. Click the Chart Elements group. We'll remove the chart title from this. Click away from this, so deselect the chart. Let's move over to a new worksheet. We're going to go to the Last Year's tab. Let's select the data we need, which will be on B5 through M19. Move up to the Insert tab. Go to the Sparkline group. We'll choose the column Sparklines. We'll now tell it where we want to place our sparklines. So we'll do this on N5 and through N19. Notice that we put an absolute range here instead of a relative range. Go ahead and click the OK button. Notice off here in our range, it creates what are called spark lines to give us a view of what this data looks like in a slightly different manner. We'll now do some formatting to our spark lines. Click the Home tab, and we're going to go to the Cells group here. Select the Format button, do the drop down here. We're going to change the column width to 30. This will make this a little larger, easier to see. We'll also change the row height. So let's select 5 through 19. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to go to row height, and we'll change this to 30 as well. Let's go ahead and select the spark lines themselves. Here, we'll go to the Spark Line tab. And we'll change the colors of our spark line. I'm going to change it to a gold's a little bit difficult to see. Let's go ahead with this with an orange color. And we're going to then choose the High Point box. This is under Show, so we'll choose the High Point button. We'll then click the marker color, which is over under the Style group. So choose that, go to High Point, and we'll select a green color. Go ahead and deselect the group. We're going to then choose cells N4. And then we're going to choose N20 through N21. So this entire group should be selected. I'll add a fill color I'll make this a gray to match the other colors. We'll then select this internal sparkline group up here. We'll go up to the font group again, choose the drop down, and we're going to go ahead and choose the outside borders option. Click away here. Spark group should have an outside border. Alright, this completes this pause and practice activity.